Hare Krishna. We're going to do chapter 1 of Bhagavad Gita, verse number 39. Kulakshaye pranashyanti kuladharma sanatanaha dharme nashte kulam kritsnam adharmo bhi bhavatyuta. Translation: with the destruction of dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family becomes involved in irreligion. So you see, with the destruction of dynasty, eternal, where is that word eternal family tradition is Sanatana. The Sanatana word is saying that family traditions which nowadays people think as very unscientific and reject, so many of the traditions are now not being followed. So Arjuna was talking about that he said, if the elders in the family will die, then what will happen? Elders are the ones who tell the family members to follow certain traditions. What are that? You see, Kula Dharma. Follow the Dharma of the Kula. The Dharma, what according to their caste they were following. So that, the elders would say, see, at this time Shraddha should be done. Shraddha is, we'll talk about that in the few verses later. At this time the marriage should be done. At this time Garbhadan sanskar should be done. So many sanskaras, they used to make people do. But nowadays they're all getting destroyed. Like how Arjuna predicted that if the elders in the family will be killed by me, like Bhishma, Drona and all other elders, all the men die, then who is going to tell the women to do certain kula dharma? And then if that does not happen, which has been happening from Sanatana, from times immemorial, it has been happening, and if that is stopped, then it's going to be very dangerous. Then adharmo bhivavatyuta. Then what will happen is, then there is going to be an increase in irreligion. Religion is not going to be there. And who's going to be responsible? I am going to be responsible. So when men will act irreligiously, women will also follow them. Why women will follow them? That he is saying. Next verse. Chapter 1, verse number 40. Adharma bhavat Krishna pradushyanti kulastriyah strishu dushtasu varshneya jayate varna sankaraha. Translation, chapter 1, verse number 40. When irreligion is prominent in the family, O Krishna, the women of the family become polluted from the degradation of womanhood. O descendant of Vrishni, comes unwanted progeny. See, he is now telling something. He is calling Krishna as Varshneya for the first time. Varshneya means the one who has come from Vrishni, Vrishni kingdom. He's saying, see, you're from the Vrishni dynasty. Do you like it? If you are will you allow your dynasty getting destroyed? Now you're telling me to indulge, but it means you're encouraging me, fight like that. You're not getting convinced by my explanations. You're not agreeing to what I'm saying. Means in Krishna's mind, what Krishna is feeling is he's not accepting what Arjuna is talking. That Arjuna is able to read according to Acharyas, and Arjuna is saying that you are bent upon destroying my family. You know what will happen if that happens? See, adharma bhi bhavat Krishna. See, when the dharma, when irreligion comes, then what happens? Pradushyanti kulastriyah. Our women will get unchaste. In the sense, Chanakya Pandita has told, women are generally, note the word generally less intelligent and hence not trustworthy. Now the question is, are women less intelligent? How can that statement made by Chanakya be true? We consider him as great, but how can we believe that one sentence? Now the answer is, when we say women are less intelligent, we don't mean that they cannot get first rank in grade 10, in SSLC, in PUC, that is senior secondary. No, not like that. When we talk about intelligence, we're not talking about their material intelligence. Materially, women may be quite intelligent in mathematics, science, etc. But in Shastras, when they're talking that women are less intelligent, like Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, less intelligent people like women and Vaishyas and Shudras, they also can come to me if they indulge in devotional service. Very simple. Means they also will become intelligent. Now, who is intelligent and who is not? Now, what is intelligence, first of all? We should know the definition of intelligence. Intelligence means, the one who knows how to be happy is intelligent. Happiness does not mean inferior happiness, it means the superior happiness. Like even Underworld Don knows how to be happy according to his understanding by murdering and looting and eating and enjoying, but always in fear. He cannot even attend his daughter's wedding openly. He cannot even walk freely. He's afraid the other party people may shoot him down. The police may catch him. So even a thief thinks he is happy because he looted a lot of wealth. We are not talking about inferior happiness. When we are talking about happiness, we are talking about that happiness which is permanent, which keeps you high for all 24 hours, unlike drugs which keeps high for few hours. No, we don't talk about the inferior happiness which is temporary happiness, but we are talking about supreme happiness. That is coming from the understanding of the goal. The clarity should be there about the goal. When our goal is to loot, then the happiness is very temporary. Suffering is more. We are talking about the happiness that is going to stay with us, means we should know the goal is to go back to Godhead. That's why in Kannada, one of the Vaishnava Sant, one of the Vaishnava saints has told, Allide namma mane, illi bande summane. Means there is my house up there in God's home. There is my house. I have come down to this material world just like that, foolishly. So now, what should we do? We should somehow manage to go back there, and that is intelligence. When you are given some lifespan with a nice human body, you have to know how to use it to go back to God. But if we use it in a wrong way, then we get polluted. If we use the body in a wrong way by mixing freely with men other than our husband or with women other than our wife in a wrong way, then that is called as pollution. That is called as degradation. So here, if women take it seriously to go back home, back to Godhead, then they are very intelligent women. That is spiritual intelligence, because the spiritual goal, because you are a spirit soul. When you know your spiritual goal, being a spirit soul, you will work for it. And when you are working for it every single day, every single moment, then you are supremely intelligent. The men who do not know their goal of going back home there, and if there is a woman who knows the goal of going back there, then that woman is intelligent and man is less intelligent if he does not know the goal. So women don't have to be heartbroken. You can be intelligent simply by understanding your goal. But here Arjuna is talking about those women who don't know their goal of going back there, and they're using their body in wrong ways, being misled by unscrupulous men who are trying to provoke the women into illicit activities, or rather illicit sex life. If there are some unscrupulous men, they are also less intelligent if they are pulling women to the wrong path. So then we have to understand what Chanakya said is, women are generally not very intelligent. Generally means because there are women like Kunti Devi, like Draupadi, like Subhadra, like Savitri, like Mandodari, they were all very intelligent people. They knew, that they have to lead a very clean, chaste life. A chaste wife, even if she's not a devotee of Krishna, even if she's not a devotee, even if she's not theist, if she's an atheist, if she's simply chaste to her husband, then Krishna is under her control. Krishna is, he adores such women who are chaste. So chastity, leads to the purity of the entire place. How? If all women in the country are chaste, then there will not be any illicit activities going on. Then the whole city will be peaceful, whole country will be peaceful, because men will mind their business. Men, according to a survey, it is told, if any woman will go to a man to, if a woman, attractive unknown woman will go to a man and proposes him for a sex life, 70% of the men, according to a survey conducted in United States of America, 70% of the American men agreed to go for sex life with unknown beautiful women. But when the same thing was reversed, when women, when attractive men went to attractive unknown men went to women and proposed for sex life, not even one American woman agreed. Which means, men first fall, men first get into a love relationship, and then they provoke a woman for illicit activities. Because women are not thinking, they get cheated many times, and the men leave them pregnant and unmarried. And women have a tough time after that. Again, we see less intelligent feature of the women when they are not chaste. So if you're really intelligent, you be chaste to your husband. Marry a man, then go for sex life. Otherwise, you are going to suffer, because it is against Shastras. And Chanakya Pandita says, because women are generally less intelligent, they are not trustworthy. Therefore, our Varnashrama has designed the traditions in such a way that women remain chaste and trustworthy. How? By engaging the women in some traditional Kula Dharma, in some traditional, religious activities which comes according to your caste. So when a woman is indulging regularly in some puja, in some religious activities regularly, she remains devoted and also chaste. From such chaste women who are devoted, very good children are born. Arjuna was afraid and the elders would engage the men in such activities. If the elders die, if all elders will be killed by me, then such activities do not happen. Then we will not have good population. Good population totally depends on chastity of the woman and the trustworthiness of the woman. So, if unscrupulous men will provoke the women, what if women get, into wrong track? And if women get degraded. This was Arjuna's worry. So with this we stop. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Hare Krishna.